Welcome to Motoring Today, the Philippines' premier and longest-running weekly motoring news and features TV and online magazine, now celebrating its 32nd anniversary. I'm Ray Louie Gamboa.
And I'm Susie Gamboa, and here are this week's features to watch out for. On Motoring Forum, we shall have the first part of the third edition of DOTR's Transport Talks. Our road safety reminder on the Young Street Smarts portion centers on rules regarding traffic lights. This week's Payung Chupera shall be about the no smoking policy in PUVs. The public service segment shall have the MMDA's reaction on the motorists' thoughts on the closure of the Marcos Bridge. Showcased this week shall have the mid-size SUV from Nissan, the Terra 2.5 VL 4x2 7AT. While for race weekend, we'll have the highlights of the 2019 Philippine Grand Touring Championship held at the Batangas Racing Circuit.
All these plus the latest news in transportation and traffic management are on this week's edition of Motoring Today. Join us in our anniversary episode.
The things that make my day. My mini-me. My kind of jam. My passion. My blend of coffee. My inspiration. That's all good with the all-new Vios. My Vios, my drive.
Calling all automobile enthusiasts. Autofocus.com.ph is exclusive to the automobile, where you'll find reviews on the latest brand new car models, together with their head-to-head comparisons. It has the detailed specs of car models available in the country and their latest SRPs and special promos, together with the latest auto industry news and developments like car launches and test drives. Autofocus.com.ph is all about automobiles. Click on.
Be part of the 2019-2020 Autofocus People's Choice Awards, only nationwide poll to determine the country's most popular car brands and models. It's easy. Log on to www.autofocus.com.ph/AFPCA 2019. Then vote for as many as 5 different models that you believe should become the 2019-2020 Autofocus Automobile of the Year in separate standard and premium luxury categories. Vote every day until September 30, 2019. The Autofocus People's Choice Awards. We'll win. You choose, you decide. Vote now.
Suzuki All-New Ertiga.
Life is beating fast. Find what you're waiting for.
7-seater in style. All-New Ertiga debut.
Here are the latest news and developments in transportation and traffic management. The construction of the North-South Commuter Railway moves forward as the Asian Development Bank, or ADB, has approved the financing for the PNR Clark Phase 2 and PNR Calamba.
The ADB has disclosed that the approved loan for the PNR Clark Phase 2 and PNR Calamba, amounting to $2.75 billion, its single largest infrastructure project financing ever. The ADB will be financing the civil works of PNR Clark Phase 2 and the first segment of PNR Calamba, which covers Solis to Blumentritt in Manila, including its stations, bridges, viaducts for the elevated railway alignment, and a tunnel leading to the underground station at Clark International Airport. With this development, the PNR Clark Phase 2 will feature the first airport express railway service in the country. The two respective projects are part of the 147-kilometer mass transportation railway system connecting Clark in Pampanga, Metro Manila, and Calamba in Laguna. Once PNR Clark Phase 2 is completed, travel time from Makati City to Clark, Pampanga will be reduced to 55 minutes from the current 3 hours.
The DOTR expressed its gratitude to the ADB for its support towards the project. According to the department, the partnership between the government and the said bank will definitely see to build projects that will cater to the comfort and convenience of Filipinos. Meanwhile, the LTFRB announced suspension of the new policy, which limits UV Express service units to point-to-point operations. The decision was made after several transport groups made an appeal regarding the new policy.
LTFRB signed a memorandum circular that orders all UV Express service vehicles to strictly operate on a terminal-to-terminal basis without loading and unloading in between origin and destination. This means UV Express units can only pick up and drop off passengers at their designated terminals and are prohibited from picking up and dropping off passengers anywhere in between. The LTFRB said that this is due to the UV Express services practicing loading and unloading of passengers in between their origin and destination, prolonging the turnaround travel time between destinations. According to the agency, it results to the enforcers having a difficult time implementing the service and it slows down traffic. However, the LTFRB announced the 2-week suspension of this new policy due to the complaints they receive from various transport groups and commuters alike.
The LTFRB stated that during the suspension period, they will be meeting with relevant stakeholders, concerned transport groups, and commuters' welfare groups to discuss the new policy. Continuing, after the DOTR's series of meetings with several heads of Japanese companies and organizations, Secretary Art Tugade has confirmed their commitment to support the administration's infrastructure projects and programs.
During their Japan trip, DOTR officials met with relevant officials from Japanese companies and organizations, including senior leaders of the Japan International Cooperation Agency, or JICA, to discuss the implementation of Japanese-funded transportation infrastructure projects in the Philippines. Secretary Tugade said the expertise of the Japanese partners helped the Philippine government work through the projects that will provide comfort, enhance mobility, and connectivity to Filipinos. Also during the visit, Secretary Tugade met with executives from Taisei Corporation and DM Consuni Inc., urging them to accelerate the target date of completion of PNR Clark Phase 1 from 2022 to the last quarter of 2021. The DOTR Secretary also sat down with officials from Sumitomo Corporation in Tokyo to discuss status updates on the MRT-3 rehabilitation and maintenance project. Moreover, Secretary Tugade also had a discussion with representatives of Toyota Motor Corporation for its possible participation in the government's Public Utility Vehicle Modernization Program. Secretary Tugade likewise joined President Rodrigo Duterte in a roundtable discussion hosted by Department of Tourism Secretary Berna Romulo Puyat.
Throughout the Japan trip, the DOTR held discussions with various Japanese sectors, highlighting improvements, rehabilitation, modernization, and establishment of the airports in the Philippines, which contribute to attracting potential tourists to the country. And finally, as a new school year opens, the DOTR, sectoral offices, and other attached agencies have been on a heightened alert status to prepare for heavy traffic.
Under the Oplan Biyaheng Ayos, Balik Eskwela, DOTR Secretary Tugade instructed concerned transport offices to ensure a safe and organized road network as students and employees will be back to school this month. The DOTR also said Malasakit Help Desk in certain transportation hubs, especially in train stations, will be open to assist motorists and commuters. Additionally, transport agencies were asked to constantly post updates on their respective websites and social media accounts while also monitoring. Secretary Tugade said they will ensure that there are enough tellers to assist commuters in ticketing booths. On top of it, the MRT-3 will add more security units across all its stations.
By the end of Oplan Biyaheng Ayos Balik Eskwela, the DOTR sectoral offices and attached agencies will be asked to submit reports regarding the operation. Those are the latest news in transportation and traffic management. Coming up next is Motoring Forum, brought to you by Suzuki Philippines. Here's Ray Louie.
Thanks, Suzy. The Department of Transportation has made it a commitment to update the public regularly with regard to the developments in the transport sector through a forum they call Transport Talks, held with members of the media. The most recent one centers on the railway projects of the Transport Department and its attached agencies. Following the start of the construction works of the PNR Clark Phase 1's 6 stations, DOTR officials headed by Secretary Art Tugade immediately held the 3rd edition of Transport Talks.
Inumpisahan natin yung tinatawag na Transport Talk nung mga nakaraang 2 buwan. Ito na yung pangatlong buwan na kung saan meron tayong Transport Talk.
The Transport Secretary started off by explaining what really happened in the controversial LRT2 incident where 2 trains collided.
Meron ho tayong relays na kung saan tumatakbo at bumabagtas yung tren. Meron din ho isang parte ng ating railway system na tinatawag natin na pocket tracks. Ano ho yung pocket tracks? Ito yung lugar na kung saan yung mga coaches na kinukumpune ilinalagay doon. Ito ho ay standard sa accepted international practice na kung saan lahat ng railway system may pocket tracks. Pag pumunta ka sa pocket tracks, yung tren o coach na linalagay mo doon, tinatawag hong walang ka-power yan. Yung brake, naka-full brake yan. Yan ho yung standard operating procedure. Ang nangyari ho dyan, habang tumatakbo yung tren ng LRT2, yung sa pocket track, biglang umandar yung tren na kinukumpuni ng araw na yon at nagsalubong, nagbangga.
Secretary Tugade reported that no major injuries happened, although they assured the affected passengers that the DOTR and LRTA will cover the costs of their hospitalization. He has also ordered for an incident report and stressed that if there's any proved negligence, he will run after those who are responsible of it. He added that this incident comes as a learning experience for the agency and those involved.
It became a learning pattern for us na para repasuhin at revisit ang aming mga policy at procedure. Sa ganong pagsumiti ng report, malalaman natin ano yung nangyari, ano yung kadahilanan kung bakit nangyari, ano yung dapat gawin upang hindi na mangyayari.
Meanwhile, DOTR Undersecretary for Railways TJ Batan gave an overview on what's happening in the railway sector and said that there are 3 main areas of concern.
Broadly po, meron tayong 3 areas na tinatrabaho. Una po yung tinatawag natin na current operations natin sa LRT1, sa LRT2, sa MRT3 at sa PNR. Diyan po nakabilang yung ating pagpapaganda at pagsasaayos ng pagtakbo ng MRT3. Diyan po nakabilang yung ating expansion po at extension ng operations natin sa PNR at pagdagdag ng tren. Diyan din po nakabilang yung mga extensions na isinasagawa natin sa Cavite Extension at pati na rin po sa East Extension o Masinag Extension ng LRT2. Pangalawa po, diyan po nakapaloob yung mga bagong linya na itinatayo po natin. Inaayos po natin yung mga kasalukuyan nating operasyon, pinapabuti po natin, inaayos natin po yung mga sira. Doon naman po sa pangalawang aspeto ay yung pag-expand o pagpapalawig ng atin pong network ng mga railways. Nandyan po yung proyekto natin, yung Metro Manila Subway, nandyan po ang MRT7, nandyan po ang Subic Clark, nandyan po ang PNR Bicol, nandyan po ang Mindanao Railway.
The third one is the establishment of Philippine Railway Institute with the help of Japan.
Pangatlong aspeto naman po ay kinabibilangan ng ating programa sa ilalim po ng Philippine Railway Institute ng PRI. Ito po yung ating programa kasama po ng ating mga kasama sa bansang Hapon. At ito po yung pagtatayo natin, hindi lang po ng isang matatawag na po nating paaralan, ngunit ito po yung pagtataguyod ng tinatawag nating sistema para po masigurado na ang lahat po ng mga nagtatrabaho sa release ng sektor mula po sa mga driver ng tren natin, sa mga maintenance technician, hanggang dun po sa mga tumatao sa ating mga estasyon ay meron pong karampatang training, meron pong karampatang certification mula po sa PRI.
That's the first part of the third Transport Talks centering on the railway sector of the Department of Transportation. Next week, We'll have the PNR's update here on Motoring Today's Motoring Forum, courtesy of Suzuki Philippines.
Happy anniversary to Boots and the Motoring Today program. Ang laki ng itinutulong niyo sa LTO by providing the public, the motoring public, yung dapat pamantayan para maging safe ang ating mga lansangan sa gumagamit ng ating mga lansangan. And we hope that the whole Motoring Today staff and especially Boots won't get tired helping us. Thank you very much and congratulations again.
The things that make my day. My mini-me. My kind of jam. My passion. My blend of coffee. My inspiration. It's all good with the all-new Vios. My Vios, my drive.
We're back with us here on Motoring Today, and we now have this week's valuable motoring tips, starting off with some road safety reminders from Toyota Motor Philippines.
Isa sa mga pinakamahalagang traffic rules ay ang pagsunod sa traffic lights. Maging ikaw ay pedestrian or driver, you should always learn how to obey the traffic lights.
More motoring tips for you here on Motoring Today. Proper driver's demeanor while behind the wheel from Mitsubishi Motors Philippines.
Payong chopper lang kaibigan, ako po si Hares. Isa po ang kapwa ninyo chopper. Baka di nyo alam, ang paninigarilyo ay matagal nang ipinagbabawal sa mga pampublikong sasakyan.
Respeto na lang po sa ating mga pasahero, lalo na sa mga di naninigarilyo na sakay mo. Kung ang mga pasahero ay di pwedeng manigarilyo, lalo na sigurong bawal manigarilyo ang nagmamaneho. Ang usok na dulot ng sigarilyo mo ay puwerhisyo sa tao nakakalanghap nito. Kapag naninigarilyo ang driver, wala ang atensyon niya sa pagmamaneho. Baka di mo mamalayan, wala na pala sa direksyon ang pagmamaneho.
Kaya sundin ang batas na ito para makaiwas makaperwisyo. Ito po si Haris Morales, payong chopper lang kaibigan. Mula sa isang kapwa niyo chopper.
Wow, 32 years, it's really long, and that just shows one thing is success through the years. So once again, congratulations and happy anniversary, Butch.
Every time I'm on the road, I can also expect high performance from Phoenix Fuels.
We made it!
Now with Pulse Technology, delivers enhanced power and acceleration to make every trip come alive. Every time I'm on the road, I can also expect high performance from Phoenix Fuels. We made it! Now with Pulse Technology, delivers enhanced power and acceleration to make every trip come alive.
Be part of the 2019-2020 Autofocus People's Choice Awards, the only nationwide poll to determine the country's most popular car brands and models. It's easy. Log on to www.autofocus.com.ph/AFPCA 2019. Then vote for as many as 5 different models that you believe should become the 2019-2020 Autofocus Automobile of the Year in separate standard and premium luxury categories. Vote every day until September 30, 2019. The Autofocus People's Choice Awards will win. You choose, you decide. Vote now.
The things that make my day. My mini-me. My kind of jam. My passion. My blend of coffee. My inspiration. That's all good with the all-new Vios. My Vios, my drive.
Continuing, we now welcome you to Motoring Today's World of Motorsports. We start with the latest news and developments. The battle for points among contenders in some of the class championships in the 2019 Philippine Rallycross Series continues to heat up as the series returned to its home track at the Padre Verde for round 6. In Group 1, Troy Mabunay bested main rival Tiger Espino anew for top spot. This resulted in Mabunay leapfrogging Espino in the point standing. He now has 148 points to the latter's 141 after 6 rounds. Louis Camacho recorded the fastest accumulated time from 2 official runs to get back on top of Group 2. Monty Mapilis emerged second in a group with Paul Santos in third. This means Camacho has extended his championship points lead over everyone after round 6 with 139 points. Camacho also proved fastest in Group 3 competition. Mapilis is second. Akayan did well enough for the last place on podium. After round 6, Camacho also sits comfortably on top of the Group 3 point standings with 158. In Group 4 action, it's newcomer John Dizon recording the fastest accumulative time from 2 of 3 runs. John C. Reyes is a close second, just 80 hundredths of a second off Dizon's pace. John C. Reyes topped the open class, but it is Charlie Cruz who leads everyone in the category with 113 points. The 2019 STV Auto Rally Corporate Challenge is set to run on June 15 with Phoenix Fuels with Pulse Technology as the official fuel partner and presenter. An event similar to the Tulip Rally of Europe, or known locally as the Sampaguita Rally, participants need to run on time all the time at all stages of the rally route. This year's STV ARCC also runs in cooperation with NX Corporation, which will flag off at the Clark Global City in Pampanga. The event is participated in by the country's car manufacturers, importers, and dealers. And because Sampaguita Rally rules call for participants to comply with all traffic regulations, including speed limits restrictions, the STV ARCC dovetails with road safety awareness projects of STV and the Socialcom Foundation, which helps fund free road safety seminars and workshops for high school students under the Young Street Smarts Club. More on the world of motorsports here on Motoring Today as we now give you Race Weekend. Another motorsport championship series has flagged off this year, the 2019 Philippine Grand Touring Championship. This year's Philippine GT sees a number of drivers, including champion drivers or contenders in other motorsports disciplines, making a return to circuit racing. This should make for an interesting circuit racing season as Race Weekend features some of the drivers who look to contend for the championship in the top category. The 2019 Philippine Grand Touring Championship has gotten off to an exciting start at the Batangas Racing Circuit on the same race weekend as the 2019 Formula V1 Challenge. A mainstay of local motorsport circuit racing calendar sanctioned by the Automobile Association of the Philippines, Philippine GT started the season with 15 drivers competing in 3 different touring race categories based on engine horsepower ratings. Entries to the grid in the top class GT 200 category are Paulo Santos, Andre Tan, Edwin Rodriguez, Myla Rivera, Sidney Sarmiento, and Ivan Diaz. Entering in the GT 150 category are Russ Agapito, Kelly Esteban, Louis Manio, and Marvin Villaseñor. Taking to the track in the GT 100 category are Jason Choachoy, Rafi Latorre, and novices or rookies Carlo Angelo Mojica, Drew Manio, and Jeff Pobadora. This year's GT Championship marks the return to circuit racing of drivers like slalom and autocross champion Myla Rivera, as well as Andre Tan and Paulo Santos, who have been preparing for the event as early as January.
We've been preparing since the start of the year for the cars, so we've been overhauling them, fixing them. We only got to drive them last Friday because the overhaul just finished last Friday. So we were trying to figure out the right settings for the car, for the suspensions, and working out the problems in between.
First drove the car nga Friday, test shakedown namin. And I think that the team did really well to prepare the cars for us. And thank you sa team. Galing.
Well, it feels good to be back on the racetrack after years of parking lot racing, so to speak. And, you know, we came in with very high hopes of winning the championship on our first year back. So we're pretty happy to be back in some familiar territory, but you know, we have a long way to go in terms of development.
Having all the necessary experience in circuit racing, not to mention being endurance race champion as well, together with Estefano Rivera, we asked Paulo and Andre on the best things they've learned from last year's races that they've carried on this year's Philippine GT.
For me, I guess it's patience with your opponents when you're dicing with them, and more of knowing when to overtake them.
After endurance, I learned to be more patient talaga. With racing, you need to keep your composure much better throughout the entire race. So, yan, kailangan ka compose ka, hindi ka pwedeng magpapanik, hindi ka pwedeng, kailangan talaga control. You need to control yourself. It's not the car, you need to control yourself.
The first race weekend for the 2019 Philippine Grand Touring Championship consists of the Saturday practice and qualifying, followed by 2 Sunday races. Race 1 in the morning and Race 2 in the afternoon. Qualifying determines the mixed grid consisting of all classes for Race 1. Results then determine starting positions for Race 2 with positions reversed. Race 1, the first race of the season, showed promise of an action-packed year ahead of GT Championship racing. Paulo Santos jumped into the lead early on at the start, with Andre Tan heading the pack chasing the leader. Even as the field stretched back, thrilling wheel-to-wheel racing continued among the GT 150 and GT 100 drivers battling for position. At the end of 8 laps, Paulo Santos crossed the line first overall, with Andre Tan following close to 3 seconds later. Edwin Rodriguez finished third to complete the GT 200 podium. Russ Agapito topped the GT 150 class, while rookie Carlo Angelo finished 7th overall and first in the GT 100 class. Race 2 was an even more action-packed, as the starting grid was a reverse Race 1 results. There was more slicing and dicing as faster racers had to fight through the field to get back to the front. But at the end of the day, it was still Paulo Santos prevailing in the 10-lap Race 2, with Andre Tan pressuring him hard in the final laps. Edwin Rodriguez was again third. Myla Rivera kept close to the front runners early on, but a misfiring engine slowed him down in the latter parts of the race, and he ended up back in fourth. This time, Louis Manio topped the GT 150 class, and Carlo Angelo Mojica again celebrated on top of the GT 100 podium. Teammates Paulo Santos and Andre Tan were happy with the results of the first leg of the 2019 Grand Touring Championships.
For the first race, I was pretty comfortable with my lead. And for the second race, I was pretty pressured. Like, dun sa start pa lang ng second or third lap, we're already fading. And towards the end of the race, I overshot in a lot of turns, in like 2 to 3 turns, and he was able to, he almost got me actually.
Dude, I almost had you.
So I was very pressured and pretty frantic with my brakes. So I have to stay calm.
It's a challenge actually, getting into GT200. I needed to get used to a new car. So, okay naman. The car's feeling really good. At least for the first 2 races this weekend, okay siya. Yeah, super enjoyable and super close racing. Sarap. Actually, inside the track, hindi kami naglalaban. It was kasi he got away really, at least for the second race, he got away really quick. Maganda yung pag-overtake niya kay Sydney. At least, saka medyo nahirapan ako doon. Tapos dito, Edwin pa, talaga, relentless attacks. Lap after lap, corner after corner, laging nandun si Tito Edwin. So, I think by like the 6th lap, wala na, pagod na ako. Tapos, buti na lang, I wasn't having brake issues. Doon ako nakakadikit kay Paolo. Then, yun, wala, magaling. Good drive today, good drive.
2 4th-place finishes left Milo Rivera ruling not having spent enough time preparing his car for his return to circuit racing.
This weekend is a mixture of good and bad, to be honest. Bad, obviously, we wanted to make an instant impact in the circuit scene after the comeback. We wanted to win, obviously, like everybody else. But we had to also realize that the car was new. I actually just drove it last Thursday, so it was only a 3 to 4 day experience for me. And it had its problems with the pagbubuo of the car. And we just had to address it little by little, one by one. And good enough, we were able to finish with 4th place finishes for both races. But we know what to do and we know where to start. So come the next races would be good.
At the end of the Philippine GT's first round and Milo's comeback in circuit racing, the race car driver has a lot to prepare to and expect for the coming rounds.
Definitely, we have to go back to the drawing board. We have to see what needs to be done. Actually, we already have an idea. It's a matter of actually doing it the right way. We have things to do with the transmission, with the lightning of the car. So development pala lahat ito, and we hope that things would be good. We're looking forward to eventually challenging them, and very optimistic we can, take the championship at the end of 2019.
There are still a lot of races left for the 2019 Philippine Grand Touring Championship. Paolo and Andre had the advantages in the first 2 races, but Milo Rivera and Edwin Rodriguez should pose stiffer challenges on track as the season continues. Circuit racing can now be truly described as alive and well. With both Batangas Racing Circuit and the Clark International Speedway busy hosting circuit racing like the Philippine GT, the Formula V1 Challenge, the Vios Circuit Championship, as well as other grassroots racing events with grid wheel-to-wheel races. Race Weekend will try to be there to record all the circuit racing action. That's this week's World of Motorsports. Motoring Today continues right after this break.
Congratulations Motoring Today for 32 fantastic years. Dad would be proud. Happy motoring.
The things that make my day. My Mini-Me. My kind of jam. My passion. My blend of coffee. My inspiration. That's all good with the all-new Vios. My Vios, my drive.
Be part of the 2019-2020 Autofocus People's Choice Awards, the only nationwide poll to determine the country's most popular car brands and models. It's easy. Log on to www.autofocus.com.ph/AFPCA 2019. Then vote for as many as 5 different models that you believe should become the 2019-2020 Autofocus Automobile of the Year in separate standard and premium luxury categories. Vote every day until September 30, 2019. the Autofocus People's Choice Awards. Who will win? You choose, you decide. Vote now.
Suzuki all-new Ertiga.
Life is beating fast. Find what you're waiting for.
Seven-seater in style. All-new Ertiga debut.
Welcome back to Motoring Today. The auto industry now takes center stage.
Toyota Motor Philippines recently held the Toyota Hybrid Technology Conference in support of Toyota Motor Corporation's global initiative to provide sustainable mobility. According to Toyota, this event was launched after the Toyota Prius marked 10 years of being sold in the country. The event was participated in by relevant officials from various sectors including the government, the academe, the automotive industry, and the media to discuss the benefits of hybrid technology, especially in mass transportation.
There were a lot of misconceptions about the product, about the technology. Aside from price issues, that is why the market is not responding well. Seeing the effects of climate change in the recent years, the impact of the natural disasters globally, we thought that it's high time for us to ramp up our efforts and to make more people aware about this technology and what it can do for us, the socio-economic benefits of this technology.
Through the conference, Toyota aims to highlight the Prius, the brand's pioneer of hybrid electrification. However, the company said their commitment goes beyond that.
Frankly, we're not just promoting the model itself, we're trying to promote the technology, the hybrid electric vehicle technology. As you know, electrification of vehicles has been in the talk since last year. Even with government, even with the academe, they've been doing studies for government, even in the industry. A lot of other companies are trying to introduce their electrified vehicles. But we think that it's necessary for us to understand that using the hybrid electric vehicle is the main platform actually for us to really jumpstart the use of EVs. In the Philippine situation itself, we think that the most appropriate technology for us right now, which we can already use, is the hybrid electric vehicle.
TMP's stance on hybrid electric technology is strongly supported by the environmental philosophy of the Toyota Environmental Challenge 2050, aimed at eliminating Toyota's carbon emissions by the next 3 decades. Isuzu Philippines recently held the 14th staging of the Isuzu Service Skills Olympics, wherein service technicians, service advisors, and parts partners from different Isuzu dealership networks nationwide showcased their capabilities through a competition. 75 participants from 25 Isuzu dealers are given written and practical exams to test their knowledge and skills in providing quality service and customer satisfaction, and the parts staff's efficiency in parts analysis and service operations. According to the company, Isuzu Service Skills Olympics aims to harness their technicians' skills in all aspects.
This event aims to promote Isuzu quality service throughout the dealer network, development of technical and non-technical skills, and encourage the continuous training of all Isuzu service personnel.
AC Industrials, an Ayala company, finally launches the 6th automotive brand under its wing, Maxus Philippines. With the theme Max It Out, the brand introduced 2 new models, namely the G10 multi-purpose vehicle and the V80 Comfort, Flex, and Transport vans.
The brand actually has its European origins. It started 123 years ago under the Leyland DAF Vans Group, which is LDV. In 2010, it was bought by Shanghai Automotive Industries Corporation, which is SAIC Group. And with its technology and manufacturing capabilities, they were able to bring the brand globally. It's now available in 46 countries.
According to Maxus, the 9-seater G10 MPV offers spacious interior amenities with adjustable seating for all seats.
The G10 is a 9-seater multi-purpose vehicle. It has all the safety and comfort features. We feel that this will be a very good competitor in the MPV segment.
The V80 van will soon be offered in 13-seater Comfort Ideal as a family van. The 3-seater Flex targeted for Filipino SMEs and the 18-seater Transport for shuttle service businesses. The V80 is capable of 1.1 tons and is powered by a 2.5-liter CRDI diesel engine with VGT.
The V80 comes in 3 variants, so we have different pricing for each variant. The V80 Comfort is priced at 1,570,000 pesos. The V80 Flex, which is 3-seater cargo van, is priced at 1,190,000 pesos. And for the V80, which is the 18-seater passenger van, it is priced at 1,288,000 pesos.
According to Maxus, the brand has the needs and wants of the Filipino customers in mind and has a lot in store in the near future with the opening of dealer networks in the first 6 months upon introduction to the local market.
We expect the Filipino people to know more about the brand, to know more about our products, and to embrace the product that we offer.
Maxus Philippines further expands its lineup of motorcycle tires with 5 new tread patterns: the M6161W, the MAG1, the MAST, and the Extramax M6233 and the M6234.
So we're focusing on bringing in new technology, new tires from Maxus International. You see, we are trying to change the lineup that we had before. We wanted it to be more competitive and to really answer what customer needs. We are focusing on bringing in tires that would answer Filipino riders' demand, which is safety, economy, and of course comfort.
The M6161W, MAG1, and the MAST all feature enhanced grip on wet roads, while the Extramax M6233 and M6234 are equipped with an aggressive tread pattern designed for easy water dispersion. According to Maxus, this set of new tires are specifically designed for braving both wet and dry weather.
These tires are more focused on the peculiarity of the market, which is usually more of the wet and dry operation, and at the same time uphill, downhill, regional roads that we have. So I would say more appropriate tires to be used in the country.
Our Car of the Week is next on Showcase, courtesy of Prudential Guarantee. In this week's Showcase, our featured car is Nissan's entry to the mid-sized SUV segment. With its exterior that has modern take while staying true to Nissan's tradition, its interior that is comfortable and spacious enough for 7 people, plus the array of Nissan intelligent mobility features that comes with it. The Nissan Terra is definitely a car to look out for. Find out why. Watch this. That was the Nissan Terra 2.5 VL 4x2 780. Complete with a powerful engine, modern yet traditional design, and reliable Nissan Intelligent Mobility features. Our featured vehicle here on Showcase courtesy of Prudential Guarantee.
Drive worry-free with Prudential Guarantee's auto insurance program with a free 24-hour nationwide roadside assistance included with your comprehensive auto insurance. Rest assured, we'll take care of you and your car wherever you are. Prudential Guarantee's auto insurance program, 100% worry-free driving.
Well, for the 32nd time, congratulations to Motoring Today, 32nd year, which started in 1987. The same way I started in the auto industry. So I cannot forget that. Congratulations, more power, and looking forward to more years, especially now that the Gamboa kids are pretty much involved with the show also.
The things that make my day. My mini-me, my kind of jam, my passion, my blend of coffee, my inspiration. That's all good with the all-new Vios. My Vios, my drive.
Be part of the 2019-2020 Autofocus People's Choice Awards, only nationwide poll to determine the country's most popular car brands and models. It's easy. Log on to www.autofocus.com.ph/AFPCA 2019. Then vote for as many as 5 different models that you believe should become the 2019-2020 Autofocus Automobile of the Year in separate standard and premium luxury categories. Vote every day until September 30, 2019. The Autofocus People's Choice Awards will win. You choose, you decide. Vote now.
In the final stretch of Motoring Today, we have our public service segment brought to you by Honda Cars Philippines.
Last week on public service, we visited the partially closed Marcos Bridge in Marcos Highway, Marikina, and got to ask motorists, drivers, and commuters alike on their thoughts and how are they affected with this move of the government. A commuter earthed his disappointment on the late timing of the MMDA in the partial closure. A jeepney driver likewise said that it should have been done on an earlier time. A taxi driver shared that maybe it is also high time for the rehabilitation of the Marcos Bridge. We asked the MMDA regarding this, and according to its General Manager Jojo Garcia, close to 6,000 vehicles are passing the bridge every hour in both directions. The agency acknowledges where the commuters and PUV drivers are coming and said that traffic measures were done to reduce the burden for motorists.
Mas mabigat ang traffic niyan, nagsara tayo ng isang lane eh. Yun naman sa intersection ng Marikina and C5, yung palabas dyan, yung FDR Road, tingin namin mas mag-smooth ng konti lang yung flow kasi nga mawawala yung U-turn. Kasi yung U-turn nakakaabala yan kung galing ka ng C5 going northbound, mas dediretso yan, hindi magkakaiwasan doon sa U-turn. And pati yung galing ka ng Katipunan, nag-U-turn yung mga tao dyan papuntang Marikina eh. So may iwasan natin yung nagko-cross na sila, no? Kasi magkakaroon ng traffic light.
We're hoping that the rehabilitation of the Marcos Bridge will pave the way for a better transport mobility in the cities of Marikina and Antipolo.
That's our public service segment from Honda Cars Philippines, and may we remind you once again that if you have come across any motoring issue or problem that you deem as unsafe or inimical to the general motoring public, which you would like us to highlight on this portion or to refer to the proper authorities for appropriate action, please feel free to let us know about it. Take a look at your screens for our contact details. And that's the week that was in motoring. Thank you so much for joining us.
Until next week here on Motoring Today, now in its 33rd year of continuing service to the general motoring public with a lifelong commitment to promote road safety. On behalf of Butch Gamboa, our dad, I'm Ray Louie Gamboa.
And I'm Susie Gamboa. Happy anniversary and happy motoring!